Dangerous here, and today I'm going to be talking about an overlooked album that me and my brother thought, Megadeth, so far so good, so what? Now, we were talking about this and it just seemed like, people jump over this album. They go from Peace Sells to Rust in Peace, and we were kind of baffled, at that, because, I think there's so much to listen and find here and absorb. It's just awesome. In my opinion, I actually have this above Peace Sells, and I know some Megadeth fans are probably, oh, what are you talking about? But there's just so many little nuances, and I like the diversity of this album, and you get that right off the bat with Into the Lungs of Hell. This is one of my favorite instrumental pieces of all time. Between the pace and the mesmerizing lead guitar work, it feels like you're literally going into a roller coaster to hell, especially towards the end. As the phrasing grows and grows, the anticipation builds. It feels like, oh, you're heading down those tracks right into hell. And I just feel like it's such a great intro and builds the albums. Sets on that thrash, pace, and it does segue nicely into Set the World Afire. There's this sort of funny, I don't know if it's funny, but there's like a radio thing, and you hear the missile whistling or the bomb whistling, and here it comes, it blows up, and it's and then you would get some solid mix of full throttle thrash. You got a grinding intro that builds more and more with plenty of tempos that dance and shift in several different directions, with loads of technical, controlled, chaotic lead and rhythm guitar work that is just bombastic. So right off the bat you get these two tracks, and I feel like it's kind of just like a a firebomb. It just hits you coming out of there, and the songs really blend well nicely together. And what I was talking about, like how the diversity and the change of pace that we get on this album, and the first spot you hear it with is Mary Jane. This one really changes the mood that Megadeth traditionally goes for about the first couple of minutes or so here. The atmosphere cascades this veil over the song very nicely, and with each section the song grows into an emotional agony, and Dave Mustaine's vocals, I felt, really do a great job of that. The rhythms, the drums, lead guitar work convey this descent into madness even more, along with Dave Mustaine's vocals. And I just like how this song builds and grows into this anger and agony and madness as the song develops. So there's your diversity, there's your sort of change of pace, and I really felt like this song does a lot for this album and splits it up nicely. And it also kind of gives you a little hint about something that's going to happen on, well, I guess when I had it on cassette, it was on the second half. So on the second half, it would sort of give you a hint of what's coming, and that is my must listen to, and that is In My Darkest Hour. This one takes Mary Jane's emotions and atmospheres and expands on it with some gut-wrenching paradoxes as we journey through anguished riffs and vocals that are expressed in the lyrics very well. But the music awakens, and I felt like when the music awakens, the healing part, the anger shows itself with an aggressive face. It comes alive at you within the music, and you get some sort of some bit of alleviation that is found in My Darkest Hour as this one grows. Kind of similar in kind of the to Mary Jane in the aspect as the way it starts off, and it grows into something angrier, heavier, and more intense. Once you get to the kind of the second half. So those are the two similarities. But I really like the diversity and the change of atmosphere and emotion that Megadeth shows in Mary Jane, in my must listen, In My Darkest Hour, which will be towards the top of the songs in the description below for you guys to check out. Now this next track, the rhythm, the drums, the laser precision lead guitar work are quite crafty in Liar. This is just a wicked traditional thrash song, and I have to say the lyrics are quite profound and insulting. I think Dave Mustaine, was taking a shot at someone or making a statement towards the types of culture that was going on in the 80s, and I just felt like the lyrics, really hit towards some of that, and probably actually kind of resonate today as well. But I like the way they were sung at the one specific spot, the sort of, I guess you want to call it an interlude, the way he kind of, I don't know, he doesn't really rap it off, but he really rapid fire lyrics there. It was really quite tricky to kind of go along to it. Actually, it's right there. Yeah, I can actually show you the section of lyrics right there. It really goes full bore right there. But anyways, I thought it reminds me of a song by Anthrax as well, NFL. So I wonder if they both kind of saw the culture of the 80s and wrote these songs about what they saw in people and what they were doing. Anyways, really cool song is Liar. Then the next track I'm going to be talking about is the last song on the album, and in my opinion a very underrated Megadeth song, Hook and Mouth. This is one of my favorites. I really like how we get to feel the lyrics while the bass and drums rumble. I really like that, what Dave Ellefson does on bass, you know, creating this growth, and we get hit by some simple yet effective chords. Sometimes you just need some simple chords, and that helps everything else sort of around you, you know, deliver things differently, especially if you got the bass and the drums rumbling in the background. Then we start to grow a little bit into some quick tremolo and rhythm hooks, soon to be joined by more great precise laser lead guitar work that I really enjoyed. I really like the lyrics and the message to this as well, though. That really hit home with me quite a bit. I really thought the lyrics were done really well. The lyrical melodies weren't traditional, but the subtleties from the drums allowed it to connect nicely as well. So there's some more uniqueness from Dave Mustaine. Actually, I think he kind of experimented a little bit. You know, like I said, he's got the rapid fire lyrics in Liar there. He's got this set of lyrics here that were kind of done non-traditionally in Hook and Mouth. So there's definitely some, you know, flavors to this album that are completely brand new in my opinion, and I think, you know, So Far So Good So What is very underrated for all these different sort of nuances in this album. So I hope you guys, you know, check out some, you know, So Far So Good So What down in the links below, or the links for the songs will be down in the description below, along with my other channel and stuff. Anyways, until next time folks, have some heavy listening.